list just in. The newest list of respiratory organs and all their functions in order that air travels through them. First we have the nose, the nares, and the nostrils. The external openings of the nasal cavity, they allow the passage of the air through the pharynx and the lungs during the respiration. Then we have the nasal concha, also called the turbinate, the terminal. They are scroll-shaped bony elements forming the upper chambers of the nasal cavities that provide humidification as air passes through the lungs. The nasopharynx is the upper part of the throat behind the nose. It helps fight infection. And now we go to cities.
Thank you, Cora. Next we have the oropharynx, and this accepts air from the nasopharynx and it passes it to the next one, the larynxopharynx. This accepts both food and air, and this passes through. Next is the larynx, and this takes care of the vocal cords and it manipulates pitch and volume. Next we will be hearing from Kendra about the respiratory system a little bit more.
All right, thank you, Cities. Next we have the epiglottis, which is a leaf-shaped flap of cartilage located behind the tongue at the top of the larynx or the voice box. The main function of the epiglottis is to seal off the windpipe during eating so that food is not accidentally inhaled. Next we have the trachea, which is also called the windpipe, which is a part of the passageway that supplies air to the lungs. Next is the lungs, which is among the hardest working organs in the body. They expand and contract up to 20 times a minute to supply oxygen to be distributed to tissue all over the body and expel carbon dioxide that has been created throughout the body. Next is the bronchi, which is the main passageway to the lungs. The trachea carries the air to the left and right bronchus. They become smaller the closer they get to the lung tissue and are then considered bronchiolus, which Ruth will tell you about next.
Thank you, Kendra. At the bronchial tubes, they carry air into the tiny branches of the lungs. They are large and very delicate tubes. The alveoli is where the gas exchange of oxygen to carbon dioxide takes place. The walls in this are very thin. And the diaphragm, when you inhale, it pulls in air through the lungs through pressure, and the diaphragm contracts. During exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes, allowing air to flow out. The ribs. In inhalation, the intercostal muscles contract and pull the ribcage up, allowing lungs to expand. In exhalation, the intercostal muscles relax to reduce space in the chest cavity and push air out. And that's the respiratory system.
This is News Team 112, signing off.